Hasmik, and I want to answer the question on what's happening in Armenia last year. Well, what is keep happening? It's an important issue to me because it affects me directly, to me, to my family, and well, I'm going to give this structure. First, I'm going to talk a little about Armenia, a little about the history, location, then about the genocide, later about Aztec and the first war that happened, then about the second war, then I introduce you some little things about Azerbaijan and the war crimes. I will talk about famous Armenia, famous people for the cause, and what can you do. Well, Armenia is located here in the Caucasus. It's a very small country. As you can see here, well, we have 6,000 years of history. In that 6,000 years, it has been very big. Well, how part of Turkey was Armenia always, but well, maps always change. This one is one of the 100 maps that exist, and you can see how small it is now and how big it was once. This is one of the old maps. And well, as in my mask in the side, you can see the actual flag that there is right now. Well, I want to aware you that there are 2 slides of the presentation with a bit rude images for sensitive people. If there is someone a bit sensitive, say to me and I pass it fast or whatever. But reality is rude and I want to talk about reality. Well, Armenia, we call it Hayastan in our language. Hayastan means the land of Haik. Haik is known as the great-grandson of Noé. You know Noé from the Ark of Noé. It is said that the Ark of Noé is in our mountains. These are the Ararat Mountains. You can see them from Yerevan. Nowadays, it's in the territory of the Turks, but it's our landmark. And this is our alphabet. We have a unique language that only we talk, and our letters also we use it our own. We are the first Christian nation in the world. We passed to the Christianism as a nation in the year 300 after Christ. That's an important thing to us because, well, the 99% of the population is Christian, and the struggles we have with the other countries is mostly about the Muslims and the Christians. But as we know nowadays, the really thing that matters is money. Well, now I'm going to a slide that's a bit rude. I'm going to talk about the Armenian genocide, which started in 1915 and goes for 8 years till 1923. It starts with the political group of the Young Turks, who, with the hate they have, the racist hate they have for us, well, they start killing people. I don't want to enter in a lot of details because there is a lot of history, but they killed around 2 million people. That's why the diaspora began, and you can see it because right now in the country there are only 3 million people, and around the world we are 10 million people. 10 million that we know, because a lot of people change their names, they change their religion to live in peace and not to be killed. Even nowadays in Turkey there's a lot of Armenian people, but they live like hidden, to not to be killed. The struggle with the Armenian genocide is still nowadays because only 30 countries in the world, from almost 200 countries that there are, doesn't recognize the Armenian genocide. France, Germany, Greece, Italy, Russia, and the United States, as like others, recognize it, but Spain not, for example. And till now, for 105 years, we are fighting for the recognition, for them to pay to their crimes. Every 24th of April, this is a monument for the killed people. in the genocide, we celebrate a day in memorial of them, for not to forget and not to repeat history, but it is repeating, and that's why the problem is going on. Well, now I'm going to talk about our stuff because the problem that's going on now begins from here. Nagorno-Karabakh, also called Astaf, is a historical part of Armenia. But after the genocide in that time, in 120, all the countries entered in the Soviet Union. And being the Soviet Union, the government of the Soviet Union gave these lands to Azerbaijan legally because of the trace for the oil they have. But as they are in the same country, in the Soviet Union, there wasn't any problem because you have one government and everyone lives in the same rules. Well, it is important to know that Azerbaijan and Turkey are the same. They are the same people. It's like the little brother, and they do everything what Turkey says. It's like a province, una comunidad autónoma. And well, there wasn't any struggle till 1988, when the Soviet Union fell down, and we began a war against Azerbaijan for the self-determination and recognition of the Astaf region. That was the first war. It began from the 88 till 94. It takes 20,000 deaths. A lot of people wounded. A lot of people went away, and well, we won. That's the only good thing, that we won. And till now, for 27 years, they have been living in peace, but with the there was always closed. You can't go from Azerbaijan to Armenia. You have to pass Georgia to go out, or down from Iran. Okay. One of these 20,000 deaths was Hana Karagarayan, who was the first woman freedom fighter of this war. She has got an honor medal from the country. She was a nurse and an activist. She fought beside the soldiers, and she died at the 13th July in 92, being in the front lines with the soldiers while she was nursing them at the age of 42. She was my grandmother. And well, now I'm going to talk about Azerbaijan. Well, Azerbaijan is a country that exists since 1918. It hasn't got any history. Even I love this image because it's very clear that Coca-Cola is even older than Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan right now is a country that is, its president, to not call him a dictator, is in power since 70 years. His father was a former president in the Soviet Union. And well, everything I can talk about, you can see it in internet if you look, but there's nothing good about him. Even, this is very funny, but it's no foreign election. One time he announced his re-election victory one day before the voting even started. In this war even, he closed all the social media to his own people, for his own people not to know what was he doing. And well, even as Azerbaijan doesn't exist, his grandfather was born in 1884 in Armenia, because there was no Azerbaijan. Well, we continue. It has a population of 10 million people, and they are very rich because they have oil. It's important to know that we are a population of 3 million people, very poor, against a 10 million population and rich, and also having the Turk on their side. There are 80 million people, and you know how big Turkey is and how many trades they have. Well, the second war began on the 27th of September last year, and it continues till 20th November. It was 44 days of war in modern war where everything is filmed, where everything is online, but in the media, well, I was looking the news on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Because in the TV, nobody is interested, and we didn't know anything about that. The war ended. In the rows, you have got what was Artstat and what it is now. It ended with a trilateral agreement between Putin, Aliyev, that's the president of Azerbaijan, and Pashinyan, that's the president of Armenia, who is the traitor for us, because he sings for giving all the lands to the Azerbaijan. Legally, it belongs to them, but historically, well, what can I say? When this finished, this is the orange region is what is left for Armenia right now. All the other side is for Azerbaijan. If they think that Armenian people can live here in peace, we are very, very wrong. A lot of people, even from my family, can't return to their home because they haven't got even a city to return. We are repeating the images of the genocide nowadays in 21st century, and well. One of the cities that's very important to me is Sushi. We want Sushi back again in '92 with everything destroyed. We rebuilt again, and right now, well, this was even before they take the land. They bombed everything, churches, hospitals, civilians, and well, this is where I was born. And well, now it's for the Azeri people, and I don't know what will happen later. Oh well. This is a list of 10 of the biggest war crimes they have committed. All of the war crimes are provable. We have got videos, photos, and proofs of everything. And we are talking with the ONU and everything to help us to condemn them, to sanction Turkey and to sanction Azerbaijan for what they have done and what they keep doing. But well, they have put chemical warfare in our forest, which is ecologically big damage. Cluster munition, which are forbidden in wars. They are killing civilians, they have burning villages, they have bombing hospitals, they are bombing churches, they are torturing and beheading people, they are accepting prisoners and recruiting terrorists. Syrian ISIS terrorists paying them 2,000 euros or $2,000 a month, plus $100 for each beheaded Armenian they photograph and send. And well, now I'm going to put on another slide with hard images, if somebody don't want to do it. These are some of the war crimes they have committed. They photograph them, themselves doing it, they publish it on Instagram, they make it public. They don't even hide themselves for what they're doing. They even take the phones of the people, they call the families, they send them the photos, they send them the videos. Well, and this is a Syrian mercenary who was captured, and well, talking to him, he told everything they were sent to. They take them from Syria to fight in Azerbaijan, and even a lot of them were lied to forgo and give their lives for a cause that they even know what it is about. Because really, Azerbaijan and Turkey don't care about religion. They hate us, not the religion. They are Muslim, but they don't have any problem to make trades with Jewish, with other Christians. Everyone that can fight and die for their cause is okay. So well. We go forward. Political issues. Even the former president of Turkey said that Erdogan is another dictator. Is dangerous for the world. I don't know if you remember what happened in France last year, some months ago, with terrorist attacks that happened. For in one day, they even killed people in churches here in France. And it was all about this because France is a big supporter of Armenia from always. And as France supported Armenia, Erdogan gets angry, he isn't afraid of anything. There are all these things, they even say it on television, in public. There isn't anything that isn't made in public. And well, as Macron responded to him, Erdogan said, you need mental illness. The other one responded, and Erdogan made a claim to other extremist countries and people to fight for them. And that's just the moment when all the attacks in Paris and in France happened. Well, we continue. The hate against Armenians, I really don't know where it comes from, but this is just public. The manager of the Karabakh FK Club published this message on Twitter and public: we must kill Armenians, children, women, and the elderly. We need to kill them without making a distinction. No regrets, no confession. He was banned and kicked out of the UEFA, fortunately. And well, this is a French-Armenian school here in Marseille. Was targeted with people inside, even children. They vandalized memorials here in France. They took hundreds of Turks and Azeris to the streets of France to look for Armenians, to whatever they want to do. Even in LA, they go to the Armenian schools and write a lot of things in the walls. And well, even I can be afraid if I go in the street with this mask and see a Turk or whatever. You never know. I want to make a memorial for our heroes. A lot of them died. Others are keeping fighting. Others are home. This is the first woman in our country. She's the woman of the president. She even go to fight. Women, elder, children, whatever. People from other countries went to fight because we fight for our supervivience, for our survival. We don't fight to get anything. We don't have anything to give them or to take. And this is my cousin. Last time I talked to him, he was going to the war, and well, he felt lost. They told us that he was found dead. We don't believe that it was him because we don't have enough proofs to say that it was him, and we are waiting that he will come someday home. The good thing that there is the community we have around the world. As it said here, they didn't know that we were Sids. They spread us in the diaspora time, and now we're all over the world, and we all support the cause. We all help in any way we can, raising awareness, giving money for the cause. And well, we had a lot of demonstration all around the world. This one here is in Valencia, in LA, Zurich, Paris, well, all over the world. These are some famous Armenians who also support the cause, of course. You got all the integrants of System of a Down, who also released 2 songs for the cause, for the front race also. Aram Malikian, Cher, Kim Kardashian, Hovik Khatsaturian. You can also know him from playing Bogota in La Casa de Papel. Pending Merkatsan, Dan Bizergian, Anush Apelian. I never remember good his name, but he's one of the co-founders of the Moderna laboratories from the COVID vaccine. And Alex Ohanian, who is a co-founder of Reddit. There are many more because we have been all around the world for so many years. And well, there are some other famous people who also support the cause. There is a lot of people missing here, and there's also people who supported the cause, get tweets of the Azeri people and take down their support, like Cardi B, Justin Bieber. The funny thing about Cristiano Ronaldo is that the Nike shoes he wears is with our flag. That whatever it can help us. And this one is John Urrutia. That's his from, I think he was from the Bildu Partido, but he went to Artsakh, he went to the war, because we invite journalists to come to see the reality and to show the reality how it is. And thanks to him, Spain sent humanitarian aid to Artsakh also. He took it to the Congress, to the Spanish Congress, and we are very thankful for him for that. And well, what can you do for help the cause? One of the most important things is to boycott Turkish produce, because every cent, every euro that goes to the Turkish people goes to the war, goes to military aid, goes to the arms sales, goes to that, what is killing our people, and not only all people, because Turkish and Azerbaijan plans are not only Armenia, they are the Greeks, they are the Syrians, they kill Kurds, Cypriot, well, don't believe in fake news, because they like a lot to spread propaganda, and we must be aware for what we are seeing and what we believe, and well, and very, very, very important is to raise awareness to know what it is about, to talk about it, because what is not talked about doesn't exist. Here in Spain, they don't talk about it a lot because there are a lot of trades with Turkey and it doesn't interest. But well, every single second, even just knowing about it is a lot of help for us. And well, I can extend me more, but I want to summarize a little. And well, thank you for your attention, and I hope that you learned something today.